My name is Katherine Peck. I'm a political science major, food systems minor, and I'm from Virginia. So right now I have an internship with the Rural Turnout Organization, which is a really cool group out of Massachusetts. And so I've been working with them to help strategize increasing Native American turnout in rural communities. And so that's been, for me, a great culminating project because it brings together so much of the stuff that I've studied about, districts and elections, as well as sociological information and studies related to that. And so that's been a really cool experience. I've got to talk to organizers on the ground about voter turnout and the barriers to voting for Native American communities, and I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, right now Professor Grzinski, who's the head of the department, leads the Vermont Legislative Research Service, and so it's a small group of students who are essentially hired gun researchers for the legislature. And so I and my team has been able to develop a pretty good relationship with the Senate Majority Leader, Allison Clarkson, and we have done a few different research projects for her, which is really cool, really exciting. And it's really neat to see, to be able to apply what I've learned in Vermont and really feel like a part of the political community and potentially, use that experience to do something similar in the future. Last year, I took a public health course about comparative healthcare systems, and we went to the Netherlands. It was a spring break class, and it was me, my friend who's also a poli-sci major, and then everyone else was nursing students. And the nursing school is not a school I ever thought I would be interacting with, someone in the College of Arts and Sciences, but it was such an amazing experience to hang out with people who were doing such different work than me, but still be studying something that was so applicable. But I really learned that what you get out of a class is what you put into it, and I know that sounds cliche, but the times where I have taken extra time to reach out to a professor and form a relationship have been, my favorite classes with my favorite professors. Really, it's an amazing environment to just constantly be around people who are experts in their field and so excited to teach you about it. Yeah, so as I said, I'm from Virginia, which is a very different place than Vermont. And one thing that I love here about political science, but I'm sure it's true of other majors too, is that, people always say Vermont's kind of like a neighborhood. Everyone knows someone, and it's kind of true. I don't think I would be able to have the connections I have to, as I was mentioning, working with the legislature if I lived in a state like California or even my home state of Virginia. It's really cool that UVM has this proprietary position in the state that allows us to have so many cool connections, and so that's been really neat. Burlington's a great place. It's small enough that you don't get lost in it. There's a lot of culture, and one thing that I love about Burlington and Vermont in general is that it's all local businesses, people who just love Vermont. In Old Mill, the 5th floor where the political science department is, the seminar room overlooks the Burlington and the lake and the mountains, and it's beautiful. It's breathtaking every time.